What's up, guys? It's your boy Hotshot coming back with another video. Today we're going to talk about CSA Score. What is a CSA Score? Well, a CSA Score is the score you get for every DOT violation. If you get a violation, you get points, and the goal is to have a 0 points. The goal is to not get any points at all, so the lower the better. So what I'm going to do right now, I am going to tell you what you can get for your driver infractions, the CSA points, and what goes along with the infraction. And then tomorrow or whenever, we will do the equipment. This is going to be in depth in the CSA, DOT, FMCSA, and what matters. And there's a website called safer.gov. I'll do that also and show you guys how it works, what it looks like, and all that stuff. So with that being said, let's get into some violations. These aren't out of service, but I guess they can be. But these are violations you as a driver can cost your company. And it starts right now. Alright guys, so let's go down and see how you as a driver can impact your company's CSA score, and why you as a business owner should really vet your drivers. Make sure you know who you're putting behind the wheel. This is why. These are driving violations. These are the 10-point violations. Now remember, you want 0 points. So one of these is 10. Some of these, like one offense can equal like 30 points. And I'll show you why. The 10-point violations, the top one, reckless driving. They think you're driving reckless, 10 points. Speeding over 15 miles an hour, over the speed limit, for 10 points. Speeding in a construction zone, 10 points. Driving after being declared out of service, that is also a $3,000 fine. Driver uses or is in possession of drugs, 10 points. How about you go to jail? But that's just 10 points. Violating an out of service order for improper alcohol use. How do I properly use alcohol in a commercial vehicle? Well, maybe we'll look into that and figure that out. 8-point violations. And this is more for the company. It says driver, but the company must have done this. Unqualified driver. Your driver's not qualified, you get 8 points. 7-point violations. Speeding 11 to 14 miles an hour over the speed limit. Any of y'all live in Alaska? Are you going to Alaska? Because if you violate the adverse driving condition, you got it. 7 points. Let's talk about some 5-pointers. They love getting you by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Failure to obey a traffic control device. Following too close. Improper lane change. Improper passing. Railroad grade crossing violation. So they put the sign, you can't go forward. Improper turns. Failure to yield the right of way. Chlorine load failing to stop at the railroad. Placard load failing to stop at the railroad. Failing to use caution in hazardous conditions. Using or equipping a radar detector in a commercial vehicle. That is a big deal. You're not allowed to have them in CMVs. Drivers in possession of, currently using, or under the influence of alcohol in the 4-hour period immediately preceding coming on duty. Now let's talk about some 4-pointers. Speeding between 6 and 10 miles an hour. Operating as an interstate driver under the age of 21. If you're under 21, you got to stay in state. Non-English speaking driver. Failure to understand English languages so as to decipher road signs and signals. If you can't tell what the road signs are, you're getting 4 points. Lacking physical qualifications is a 2-point violation. So now let's talk about E-log and EOBR violations. Now, this is not the updated ELD mandate, but you'll see. Electronic onboard computer device information requirements not met. That's the same as an ELD. If you don't meet the requirements, 5 points. And that, no ELD is an out of service. AOBR device failure and driver failure to reconstruct duty status. So if your AOBR or your E-log stops and you don't write out the paper logs that you're required to have in your truck, those are 5-point violations, both of those. Here's some 1-pointers for you. Device improper form and manner. EOBR device information not available is 1 point. Now, people like to play games with this category. Oh, it don't matter. They won't catch me. It'd be gone. It's your hours of service violation. And you notice a lot of these are on perception, what they think. If they think you're operating a CMV while ill or fatigued, 10 points. So if you're sick, you can't drive the truck. If you're tired, you can't drive the truck. Guess who says if you're tired or fatigued? Not you. 7-point that was a 10-pointer. 10. 7-point violations. Violating state and or local hours of service. Your 70 or 80 hour violation. 16-hour rule violation. Requiring or permitting a driver to drive over 11 hours. So if you break it, you get it and your company gets it for allowing you to do it. Requiring or permitting a driver to drive past 14 hours on duty. That's the company. 14-hour rule violation. That's you. So you just got your company 14 points by going over your hours if you get caught. 60/70 hour rule violation. 34-hour rule restart violation. Violating hours of service. You see where they can get you one thing, they can get you with 15 or 20. Stay on your P's and Q's. This is why knowing your regs are important. You gotta know this stuff. Mobile device violation. I want you to listen to this because these are all 10-pointers. So, using a mobile phone while operating a CMV. Motor carrier either requiring or allowing a driver to use a mobile phone while driving a CMV. Texting while operating a CMV. They're all 10 points. You see how they can get 30 points on texting? If they want to be that guy. Paperwork violations. 8-point violations. Operated a CMV with more than one driver's license. These are 8-pointers. Operating a CMV without a commercial driver's license, i.e. non-CDL overweight, you got 8 points on your CSA score now. Play with non-CDL if you want to. Operating a CMV with only a learner's permit. So if you have your learner's permit and you go over, you can get both. Operating a CMV with a disqualified CDL. Driving a CMV while CDL is suspended for a safety-related unknown reason and in the state of the driver's license issuance. So that's only if you commit that violation in your state. Operating a CMV with an improper CDL. Now, the 7-point violations. Now we're still in the paperwork. Falsify your logs, 7 points. 5-hour violations. No record of duty status. Log not current and most recent duty status. Did I say 5 points? I think I did. Driving a CMV while CDL is suspended for a non-safety related reason and in the state of the driver's license issuance. So if you did it in your state. Driving a CMV while CDL is suspended for a safety related unknown reason and outside of the state driver's license issuance. So you see how it went from 8 points to 5 points depending on what state you're in. That's good to know. 4-point violations. Driver must have knowledge of and comply with the regulations. Missing or inadequate driver vehicle inspection report. Missing reviewing driver's signature to the driver vehicle inspection report, not signing it. 2-point violations. Driver not physically qualified. 1-point violations. We're almost done with the drivers. General form and manner log violation. Driving a CMV while CDL is suspended for a non-safety related reason and outside the state of driver's license issuance. Driver not in possession of valid medical card. Now, if you have a CDL, you do not need to possess your medical card because it's on file with your CDL. Driver not in possession of a medical waiver when required. So that is what you as a driver can cost your company. And that is what you as a company can get for hiring the wrong driver. All right, that's that. So as you guys see, DOT can tear you apart. Something so simple. And what gets people is the little violations that add up. Like, the goal is to have no points. Well, if you end up with 50 points because you got 10 violations over a year, you know, then you're gonna be in trouble. Your insurance is gonna go through the roof. And now there's a thing, it's called Safer. I'm gonna go in how to use that also. The goal here is to just get you guys aware, because most people don't understand. Everybody talks, oh, your CSA score, your CSA score, but nobody tells you what it is. So, your business CSA score is a big deal. And that's why, like, my company, if I get a good, good inspection, I get $100. A lot of places do that for good inspections. Check that out, guys. That's a low, boy. That's how we roll. So that's the driver, like what you can get for your CSA score as a driver, the points you can accumulate. And now there's another thing, it's called a PSP, and I'm gonna go into that in another video. It's gonna get real in depth with some of this stuff right now. But your PSP is more for company drivers, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So that's what your CSA score is. That's what points you can get for the violations. Take it serious, guys. It's not a game out here. Little stuff can shut you down. One little infraction can cost you thousands of dollars for multiples of years. Remember that. So, if you guys have any questions, put it in the comments. I don't know. Are you guys, like, what do you guys think about this more in-depth stuff that I'm doing now like this? You guys interested? Are you boring? Do you want me to do something else? You know, because I know the information. I'm just trying to pass it on to you guys. So, I think it's something that you need to know. But let me know. So, me and the old boy here, we got to get on up the road. So, I will see you tomorrow. Like, share, subscribe, hit that ding ding. And, oh yeah, at the end of the video, watch some more videos. And if you have not, there's a little circle that says HSD. Go ahead, smash that. Smash that with the like button. It's your boy Hotshot. See you tomorrow.